Yeah, I've been learning some new stuff, and always, how the insights just come. You're familiar with that now, and when you clear the mind, to the degree that you clear the mind of unnecessary activity, thought, you make room for the good stuff, right? So let's say you can completely stop frivolous thought, the wasteful actions of the mind. Now, most people do that all the time, but let's say you practice enough so that you can completely end that through practice and practice, recognizing it, relaxing, turning off, returning to the breath, returning to the mind, observing the mind, returning over and over until just you're always like that anymore. Until you, that's the way you are normally. So now imagine the insights that come in all of your activities, all your circumstances. Now imagine with that pure mind, with that clear mind, what you can perceive. Because it's well known now that what we perceive is, even through the senses, what we perceive is faulty. It's inaccurate. That's why science makes sophisticated machines and measuring devices to understand the nature of reality, because we can't trust, not only can we can't trust our perception, but we can't trust even our interpretation of our sensations and perceptions. Even that is it's very coarsely grained. Our understanding and interpretation of things, that which the mind is so expert at, interpretation, is constrained, is limited. And it's limited by those things which detract from the clarity of the mind. It's limited by just those things that distract from the clarity of mind, which again is the unwholesome activity of the mind, the fear-based stuff. So, and all that stuff is your history and your story and your conditioning. It's all conditioning. We could call it all conditioning. So once you unravel that and you have that clarity to see, and you have that enhanced perception and enhanced ability for interpretation, right? Then what you recognized before as self, as ego self, history, story, conditioning, what you recognized before as a self is no longer you, because you've unraveled all that, you've dismantled all that, you've purged yourself of all that, all those are the hindrances, right? So then it becomes a question of identity. Then I feel in myself there's something different now, because I could see when I interact with my world and I look inward at the nature of my own mind, there's a very clear difference from what I remember myself being to be. Right? So that's when you understand your true nature through that clarity and enhanced cognitive ability.